one of the things that, when we're thinking about, the worldviews between leaders and employees. And I know, we're often talking about the adoption of AI and the physical setup of the work. And they seem to be right now two pretty hot topics. If you look at any employment conference, right? Any health and safety conference, anything really to do with the workplace, there's going to be some session, even like in the alternative dispute resolution world, like there's a stream always talking about AI.
Right.
And, and the hybrid, remote, in person.
Those are two hot topics that we've been looking at.
Chosen for today. Why start with something simple? We'll start with the most divisive.
Exactly.
I'm actually curious, are those, from my perspective, and Shelley and I have talked about this, but those seem to be two of the biggest and growing divergences between, I like the term worldviews, so I'm just going to keep using it here, between leaders, employers, and employees. Are we right? Are those two of the biggest issues causing division in the workplace today? Or is there something that we're missing that's kind of creeping up underneath and is possibly creating even more divergence?
So I don't know about division in the workplace. Like it's you're going to have to parse it out a little bit. So I'm just going to back up for a step here, which is when we talk about worldviews and worldview intelligence, like when we say worldview intelligence, people go, oh, well, what's that? And my partner and I took a step back a bit ago and we kind of went, all of the work that we do goes through working with teams so that they're better performing, or working with organizational cultures so that they know how to have difficult conversations, or they create alignment across departments or whatever. We went, really what we're talking about is workplace culture. And so everything we've created is the foundation now for workplace culture. We've just reoriented our thinking about it. And so with that particular lens, then we're saying to ourselves, so what's going on right now that's affecting workplace culture? Artificial intelligence, and I would call it the back to office mandates is what had our attention. So in the fall, we talked to business leaders in small and medium-sized businesses about their experience with artificial intelligence, because of course we're hearing everyone's going to lose their job, entry-level jobs are going to disappear, our brains are going to turn to mush because of artificial intelligence. And my thing is, well, if entry-level jobs of one sort are disappearing, that doesn't mean they're gone. There's always going to be an entry-level job of some sort. So what does that mean? And our curiosity really is what we're hearing in the media, what's really happening on the ground. And it's not so much, like it's not as divisive as we might think from the conversations that we had, because mostly we were hearing, yes, we're using artificial intelligence. Everyone talks about what are the guardrails you need to have in place, what are the AI policies you need to have in place, and also there's risk frameworks that should be in place around that. But in any given organization or team, you're going to have the whole spectrum of worldviews about AI adoption, everything from I don't want to use it, I'm never going to use it, to if we're not on this bandwagon, like we're going to be left behind. And AI is here, it's not going away. And what we heard from people in every sector, it was really amazing to hear how people were using artificial intelligence, is we're using it to reduce repetitive tasks so that human beings can do higher value work. So it's a win-win all around. But if we don't communicate it appropriately, then we're going to get the division and the backlash around the use of it. And people will be saying, well, am I just training AI to do my job?
Right.
And everything that we heard from the people that we talked to is that was not the case. But if you don't have a culture change strategy or a change management strategy that goes along with AI adoption, then you're going to miss some of the key pieces around that. And they talked about making it okay for people to talk about how they're using AI.
Yes.
Because we know from the media articles that are out there, lots of people inside of organizations are using AI, but they're doing it on the sly.
There's almost shame behind it, behind admitting that you're doing that. I'm going to
Yep.
tell everyone in the room right now, I do the social media for reachability, and when I need to find the hashtags that will work best on Instagram for a particular post,
Right.
do you think I'm going to Google and searching out every other agency that looks
Yeah.
somewhere like our profile and looking? No, I'm going ChatGPT, what are the best hashtags that I
Right.
use? Thank you for taking that grunt work off my plate.
Right. Yeah. No, exactly. And that's how most people are using AI inside of organizations. And they also find if you make AI usage transparent, then people learn from each other. So what you just said, Blake, around what hashtag should I use? I'm like, oh, that's a good tip. That's I could be prompting AI in that way. And so I think it's less divisive than what we're hearing on the media.